Yes, so you've got all your tools right by you. And let's just shut the eyes. Yeah. Tuck the chin a little bit. Have the knees bent. Let those knees drop in towards each other. Mm. And start to really arrive. Here we are, Friday, first Friday of October. We're moving just a little deeper into fall. And notice how you're feeling. First, starting with the breath. And take in your breath. How is your breath this morning? Is it easy to breathe? Is there any difficulty in any portion of the breath? Feel how your lungs fill and expand and impact your body, your rib cage, your belly, the back body, and then feel that exhale and the letting go. And so just to name for us, the lungs are one of the organs associated with fall. So they are the first, well, after the skin, they're the first organ that kind of takes in the outside world. So we inhale the outside and we exhale the inside of us, blending inner and outer. And then that second organ is the large intestine. And the large intestine is, as you know, part of the process of letting go of the waste that we no longer need. We've taken the nourishment, we let go of the waste. And we just passed over Yom Kippur yesterday, which is, a lot about letting go of what doesn't serve us, letting go and forgiving. And so I just want to invite you as we begin our practice to hold if there's anything in your life that feels like a natural shedding and letting go of. And this could be deep within us, a way of speaking, a way of thinking inside of your mind, a behavior that you've noticed about yourself that is on the precipice of being let go of. Or it could be something external, a relationship, an efforting, like the efforting of trying so hard to make something happen. It could be things in your life, letting go of objects. It could be work situations, anything external to yourself. So just touch in. Is there anything internal or external that feels naturally like you could just help it nudge off and let go with your awareness? And so this practice will work with some pieces somatically of letting go. And then let's take a moment of gratitude, just noting one thing this morning as you lie here that you're grateful for. Just one thing in your life. Again, it could be internal or external. And then, however it is that you have your feet, we're going to walk them wide. We'll start exactly how we do. Knees bent, take a nice big inhale and exhale your knees over to the right, looking left. And take a moment, stretch down through that left knee and slowly inhale up through center, take it over to the other side. And stay there, reach down through the right knee. Feel that quad. It's like, oh yeah, there's my right quad. And then inhale, center, and notice your feet. Notice how you move from the sides of your feet to the other side. Roll to the right, look left, stretch there through the left quad. Inhale slowly, feeling your feet. Feel how you go through the sole of your feet to the inside and the outside of your feet, reaching through. And then start to go at a slightly slightly different speed, what feels right in your body, and investigate, like, where's your body really talking to you? Your quads, your knees. Feel those feet and that movement. You're rolling on the outer edges of the feet, through the sole of the foot, through to the other inner arch and outer arch. It's like, oh yeah. So pay attention to all of that. Then the knees, the swivel through the spine, up into your neck. Like, oh, and when we pay close attention, there is a sense of no time. There is a sense of no time. And we all know this, right? We know it through dance. We know it through making art. We know it through activity like skiing, where we're just lost in the moment. And let's keep going. And so see if you can pay that close attention, that you're just so present right here. What's happening? And one more time to each side. Oh, yeah. Stretch out those quads, feel the lower back. And last time, whatever side you're on. And then we are going to come to center. And as you come to center, just walk your feet in so they're hips distance apart. And then press into your feet and press your lower back into the ground. So lengthen the lower back and then rock the tailbone down and arch the back and feel that motion. And then we press into the feet again and gently press the lower back down and notice that. And take a couple more of these front to back. Feel the rocking in the whole, it's like the whole rib cage and the head and the neck. You're moving front to back really subtly. How is the sensation in your lower back? I know for myself, it's like, oh, feels so nice when I press the whole lower back down into the ground. And last one, let's arch away from the ground. Come back to neutral and then bring those knees right into the chest. And that motion, again, when you pull them in, how does that feel in the groins and the knees? Just a little check. And float the legs up in the air, straight up, palms on the ground. And we're going to bend and straighten, and bend and straighten, and bend and straighten. So legs up, that's it. Flick the legs up, flick the feet up. Yeah. Firm the core. Notice how you have to firm the core. Like, oh yeah, what muscles are you aware of that are engaged? Next time the legs are up, take them wide together, bend. And notice that little, ooh, there's the inner groins. There's the adductor muscles. Nice. Let's take a few more of these. Yeah, that's it. Last two, going up and wide. Last one, and wide, and bend, and bring the knees right in. And then as you bring them in, we're going to roll over to the right. Just flop all the way over to the right. Lift the right shoulder blade. Scooch it to the right. See if you can open the chest a little bit. Look up, straight up to the sky. And then reach your left arm up to the sky. Reach it up. And then reach that left arm out to the side. And as you do that, turn the palm up and look to the left. And you're breathing here in your twist and you're checking in like, oh, how is this? Is there any part of me I need to support that can't quite do this? Do I need to bend the elbow? Do I need to bring that arm in? Or maybe I reach the arm a little higher. You're checking in all, yeah. Remember, do no harm. Do no harm is like our creed of everything. So breathe into this twist. Yeah. Couple big breaths, noticing where the sensation is as you breathe. And then let's start to roll the face up to the sky and start to bend that left elbow, bring the arm in. Yeah, slowly, and roll yourself back to center and just give a little squeeze in, right back to center. Feeling that. There we go. Nice little rock. Thank your body that you can even bend at this deep flexion. This is not a given. This is not a given, right? And then roll your legs over to the left, just flopping them over, and take a moment, scooch that left shoulder blade underneath you. Scooch it underneath you. Take a moment. Don't take that arm out yet. Look up to the sky and then reach the arm up, the right arm up to the sky, and then that's it, and reach it out to the side. There we go. And then spread the fingers and just see, maybe the arm needs to be down a little farther. Maybe it goes up a little farther. And then you're looking towards the hand. Yeah, and then bring that arm onto the ground. You want support for it. So if you can't get support, I would keep it in a little bit. Yeah, there you go. That's it. There. Yeah, so you want support. You want the arm somehow on the ground, hanging in the air. It's not, we want that like groundedness. Breathing and checking in. What's different here? What is different here on this side? Big breaths, you're looking towards the extended arm. And then start to turn the face up to the sky and bend the elbow and come back to center. And just roll yourselves back to center. Yeah, nice little hug in here. And then we are going to take a hold of your feet. So take a hold of your feet. See if you can come into happy baby pose. So you're holding the feet. If you need a strap, you can use a strap here. No, you guys look good. Okay, now in your happy baby pose, we're just going to rock a little bit and see how much you could just play with straightening the legs just a little bit, like a baby does, bending and straightening. So you're going to bring the heel down and bend the other leg and straighten the leg just as much as you can. You're gonna get a little bit, yeah, and check in like, oh yeah, what's happening there? Couple more. Let's take a couple more. Yeah. And then come back to center with your happy baby pose and release the left foot. Just take a hold of that right foot and let's bend the knee even more. So your left foot comes to the ground, right foot's in your hand, and you're bending the left knee. So you've got that left knee bent. There you go. And then straighten the right leg out to the side, bend the knee heel to the left groin and opening that leg out to the side, nice and easy, bending the knee heel to the groin. And so opening up. Yeah. Let's take a few of those. That's it. And a couple more. Beautiful. And feel that. Breathe into that. Check it. What's the quality of sensation when you stretch that leg out? Yeah. And then we're going to take it one more time. Stretch it out. And then bend the knee, heel right above the groin, and then stretch the left leg out. And just come into this lunge because here we are. We're in a nice supine lunge. This is our lunge. This opens our groin. This opens the hamstrings. Relax the shoulders down away from the ears. Yeah. One more breath. And then this time we're not going to take the twist. Just bend the left knee, heel on the floor. Release the right foot down. Take your feet wide And take windshield wiper back and forth, just side to side, rocking side to side, turning the head the other way. Yeah. And then one more turn, and then we're going to come to center. Right foot stays down, left foot comes into our left hand, and draw that knee down and just kind of check that out. How is that? And then we stretch the leg out and heel to the right groin, and opening out and heel to the groin. That's it. And take that a number of times here. Yeah. And how's this side compared to the other side? And one more time, reach it out. And where's the mind? Let's come back to center and find your heel above the knee and come into that lunge. Stretch the right leg out. As you stretch that leg out, reach into the heel, hug the midline, flex the foot. Imagine you are standing on your legs. So as you imagine you're standing on your legs, you're shrugging the shoulders down away from the ears. You're sending that right thigh bone down towards the ground like we would up towards the sky. And then bring your mind into this somatic experience of physicality. What's happening here? What's happening? What are the qualities of sensation? What's the feedback in your body? What are you listening to here? And take just 2 more breaths. And then we are going to bend that right knee, release the left foot, take your feet wide, one windshield wiper one more time. There we go. Looking away from the knees. And just like, which quad feels a little tighter? What do you notice in your ankles? You know, where do you feel this in your lower back? See if you can get specific, like get your mind to really notice. Okay, what about my neck? Yeah. And then next time you roll to the, actually you can roll to the right and come up, or you can come to center and rock yourselves up to sitting. So either way, yeah, and let's come to sitting so that we take this before we start lying around on our bolsters. We're going to sit cross-legged, take our hands right up to our shoulders, and then take our twisting, 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 just to get that synovial fluid going in the spine. Nice. And, you know, again, where do you notice this? Lower back, mid back, which side feels a little more, you know, gives more resistance? Is there any crackling? Just checking in. Couple more. Ooh, and back to center. Let's come back to center and just kind of give a little roll up and down and rolling around. All right. So I think before we go into our bolster stuff, let's take the arms wide. Palms turn up. Right arm comes under the left. We're going to wrap our arms, wrap the arms, wrap the hands, press down with the top arm, lift with the bottom, and then turn your face looking right. So you're going to look way over to the right, chin reaching to the shoulder, and then inhale through center, take it to the left. And just very slowly turning your head, inhaling and exhaling. And then as you're here, keep lifting that with the bottom arm. And breathe that breath underneath your shoulder blades. Yeah. And if for any reason that's too much, you can always have your hands on your shoulders, just to say if this is too much. And let's take one more turn to either side. And turn the face back to center. Release the arms here. Let's take a little roll of those shoulders. Check the energy that's moving through there. And then one last time, taking the arms wide, the palms turn up, left arm under the right. We wrap the arms if it's available. Again, you can hold your shoulders if needed. Lift with that bottom arm, press down with the top, and then again, turning right and left and right and left. Big breaths underneath the scapula. Couple more. Lifting with the bottom arm. And bring the face back to center and release there. And just do a little wiggle with those shoulders. Yeah. Okay. And then let's take that right arm out to the side, reach it out, place the hand down on the ground and lean a little bit to the right. Yeah, exactly. And then we're going to take that top arm overhead, bend the left elbow, just let your arm hold right there on your head and turn the heart up towards the sky. And there's not too much weight on your right hand, but breathe into this side body. Breathe into the lower left side of your waist. Breathe into the left lung. Nice big breaths here. Relax the right shoulder. And then let's lift the top arm up, come up to center. Take that hand over to the other side. Take a moment, kind of readjust. Right arm reaches over. You're bending the left arm down on the ground. And then that top arm's right on your head and you're turning the heart up to the sky. Breathe into the side body. Couple big breaths. Sitting forward towards the front of the sit bones. And slowly inhale, bring that top arm up. Let's come up to center. Woo, roll those shoulders. Yeah. Now, find your strap. Let's take our strap. So we're not gonna do any more on those. Let's hold the strap. Take it wider than your shoulders. And I like to hold the buckle. So you've got your buckle. And then we are lifting up. We're gonna lift up. And then you might widen the hands and take the strap back behind your head a little bit. Keep nice, just like that. Keep firming the navel. If you notice your lower back giving into any arch, resist that with the core. And then inhale, lift that strap up and bring it towards the knees. We're going to take this 5 times. So we lift up and take the strap back. So you should feel this in the inner armpits, across the top of the collarbone area, through the inner arms, breathing. And then lift that strap up, bring it down towards the knees. And lifting it up again. This is 4. Counting down. Take it back behind you. Lifting up and bringing it forward. Let's take it up. You're getting long through the sideways, so take it up and slightly back. This is 3. Big breath. Inhale, bringing it up and forward. 2 more. Lifting up. There's 2. Take it back, holding there. Take a breath. Lifting it up and forward. And then last one, we're going to lift it up. Take it back. Breathing here. And then lift up and come forward. And let's just release that strap. And shake that out a little bit, shut your eyes, and just take a moment literally to feel the energy across the chest, in the shoulders, the upper back. Like we did, we've now opened all of that up. So notice the quality of the energy, and it might be kind of subtle. And then we'll open the eyes. And as you open your eyes, let's set up for our back bend. So with all of that opening, that's really nice for our back bend over the bolster. So bolster, block on the high side. If you've got your sandbags, you're going to get those. You have your blanket folded up a couple times. Got your eye pillow close at hand. So you guys are going to come right into your back bend here, tucking the tail of the bolster, sorry, the blanket under you. And take the arms nice and wide. Make sure that bolster is in just the right place. So get it in just the right place. Yeah, and remember, take your time to get everything just right, because only you can do that. And I think it's such a metaphor for our lives. Only we can get everything kind of just right. So take the time. If you nice, if you guys have the sandbags, they're on your upper thighs. Beautiful. The arms are wide, and notice how we opened up the upper back and we opened up the armpits and the inner arms. Check in how this feels now. And then let go. If you've got that eye pillow, you've got it covering the eyes. And right here, we'll just begin to kind of let go, relax into the support under you. Know that you are held. We are all held by something far bigger than we know. Some mystery that's moving life. And see if you could soften any holding that you're aware of. Relax the forehead, soften the cheek muscles, relax the corners of the eyes. Soften the lips. Relax the root of the tongue. Touch in with your heart. Is there anything feels like it could naturally let go? Letting go what feels like it may be sloughing off. And then keep letting go in your physical body. Relax the shoulders. Soften any subtle gripping in the back muscles, the mid back, the lower back. Let go in the legs. Letting go, what does it feel like in your physical body? Check your hands, soften the hands. And circle back to the eyes. Let the eyes and the corners of the eyes relax. Allow the lips to soften, the tongue, the inside of your mouth. Your throat. And then let the breath breathe you, just allowing it in and out. And slowly, slowly take the last few breaths here in this shape. Check if there's any gripping. Can you let go? And if you're using sandbags, start to slide them off to the ground. Just feel that. Feel the lightness that comes. And begin to lift the knees up to the sky, kind of wiggling your feet out from that blanket. And then gently drop the knees right, just as far as you can go, and feel that. And then circle back to center and over to the other side. And how does this feel over a bolster? It's different. What do you notice? Side to side. And slowly, slowly, next time you roll to the left, sorry, to the right, let's come up to sitting. Just really stay in that quiet space. And as you come up, stretch the legs out and lean back and just take a little wiggle of the hips here. And then we are going to move our block and turn the bolster on the long way. And then tuck your right thigh and hip up against that bolster. And we lift and turn the belly, get nice and long here, and turn your face. Maybe the same direction as the knees, maybe turning away from the knees. And we'll be here for a little bit. So come into the twist. We've done a fair amount of twisting already today. So notice how this feels. Breathing here. And breathe into the twist and notice again, is there any place you're holding? Can you relax the shoulders, the arms, the hands? Check in with your back muscles, trying to let go of any holding. Taking some deep breaths into the twist. Relaxing those shoulders again. And take the last 3 breaths here. Into the back body, into the twist. And slowly, slowly come on up to sitting. Very slowly, take your time. There we go. As you come up, let's go ahead and just stretch the legs out again, lean back, just a little wiggle here. And then we're going to keep the bolster there and pivot to the other side. Bring that bolster right up to your Left side and hip, and yeah, there you go. Nice long lengthening of your spine, turning your chest towards the bolster, and see which way your head wants to go. And then as you settle in, really kind of take note of the differences from this side to the other side. It's like, oh, okay. Here's what's happening. Breathing. Yeah, nice. Make sure you're warm enough. Relax those shoulders, softening, breathing. And breathe those nice, long, deep breaths into the twist, into this side of the body, into the back body. And relax where you notice there's any holding. Let go any holding. Big breaths into this twist. And take the last few breaths here. And slowly, slowly, let's come on up. Take your time. Extend your legs for a moment. Shake that out. All right, we're going to take one more pose before our final pose. Let's get our blanket, and on that shorter side, you're going to fold it up and put it lengthwise on your bolster. Okay. You want your sandbag right next to you, because you're going to take your sandbag on the long side. Oops. On the long side for this. So we're coming into child's pose. Ooh. And you're going to take the knees wide and sink your, yeah, so the knees go wide around this. Here, yeah, you're going to come up. Knees are going to go wide and then folding forward here. And then the sandbag longwise comes up on the back, letting the sandbag drop down for the towards the tailbone. Yeah, that's it, like that. There you go. And you can bring, there we go. So sinking in here to child's pose, and just really feel this shape. If for any reason it doesn't feel right, you can come on out of that. So breathe into the back body, check in with your ankles, your knees, the deep hip crease. Your lower back should feel really nicely supported with that support under the belly. And right here again, we're going to focus on letting go. Let the shoulders relax down around the support. Relax the upper arm muscles out through the lower portion of the arm into the hands, just relaxing. Feel the broadness of your back here, breathing into the back. How the ribs broaden, the shoulder blades broaden with your inhale. And turn the head the other way. Relaxing those shoulders. Let the hips sink down. And take the last few breaths here. And then slowly, slowly press into your hands on the ground and roll up to sitting vertebra by vertebra. Bring the head up last. Take your time. Let that sandbag just drop off of you. There we go. That's it. And as you come up, find your own way to bring the legs out from underneath you and just stretch them out. Yeah, let's just stretch them out. Okay. So with your blanket folded up like that, you're gonna take it for your head. We're just gonna turn our bolsters like this. Pivot yourselves around. Bring your sandbag at least one for the pubic bone, and then come on down to the ground for Shavasana. Make sure you're warm enough. And before you do anything like get real settled in, let's bring the feet up and take windshield wiper on that bolster. Just a few times, feel that. And then when you get settled there, you bring the legs over and then that one sandbag on the pubic bone and the hip bones. Right there. If you want another one over the crown of the head, you can do that. And then your eye pillow. Yeah. And you're settling in. That's it. Settling in here. Breathing. So as we settle in, make sure everything is just right for you. Everything is just right. And we'll close with this poem that you know, Kindness by Naomi Shihab Nye. Before you know what kindness really is, you must lose things. Feel the future dissolve in a moment like salt in a weakened broth. What you held in your hand, what you counted and carefully saved, all this must go. So you know how desolate the landscape can be between the regions of kindness. How you ride and ride, thinking the bus will never stop. The passengers eating maize and chicken will stare out the window forever. Before you learn the tender gravity of kindness, you must travel where the Indian in a white poncho lies dead by the side of the road. You must see how this could be you, how he too was someone who journeyed through the night with plans and the simple breath that kept him alive. Before you know kindness as the deepest thing inside, you must know sorrow as the other deepest thing. You must wake up with sorrow. You must speak to it till your voice catches the thread of all sorrows and you see the size of the cloth. Then it is only kindness that makes sense anymore. Only kindness that ties your shoes and sends you out into the day to gaze at bread. Only kindness that raises its head from the crowd of the world to say, "It is I you've been looking for," and then goes with you everywhere like a shadow or a friend. Let that breath begin to deepen. And check in. How are you? How's your body? How's the energy in your body? What sensations do you notice? How's your heart? Where's your mind? And circle back to any awareness through this practice of letting go, anything you're grateful for. And let's gently bend the knees and find your way to the side. Just moving your sandbags out of the way first. Take your time. And then let's slowly find our way up to sitting. And let yourself sit with the eyes shut. And as we close our practice, just see if there's any piece of your practice you want to bring into your day. And we'll close, bringing the palms together at the heart, offering the energy of this practice for the benefit of all beings. And bow your head towards your heart. Namaste. Thank you, my friends.